Welcome to the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center. Daryl Smart along with you for the ride today for Northern Premier Hockey League action. The Metropolitan Conference North Division Semi-Final Series. This is game number 4, folks, between the Halton Hills Coyotes and the Six Nations Ironmen. Last night in Acton, Brendan Anderson scored a pair of goals, and Chris Horebeck made 36 saves en route to a 4-1 Ironman victory. So now the Six Nations Ironmen lead this best-of-7 series at 2-1, with Game 4 here at home. We'll look at some of the lineups here before, as Kessler Sky goes in with the puck into the corner. He's met by a defender, and Ty Hill with it. Battle along the boards, won by the Coyotes. Tyler Hill tries to center it to Sky, but can't connect on that one as Maeda chips it into the Ironman zone for the first time. Goaltenders for tonight's matchup, Marek Pavla. He's been in goal this entire series. There's a quick shot, a fake shot. Tried to get the tip to Sky, but that one doesn't connect, as Kaplan chips it out of his own end. Ratchford now with it. He's going to stretch the ice here to Tyler Hill. Tyler Hill's going to see a lot of ice tonight, folks, and we'll tell you why, as Najim with it. There's a tip pass, scores! Right away, the Halton Hills Coyotes jump off to a quick start thanks to Dante Jones, as we'll look at the replay on this one. Dante Jones picks up the puck, and he just goes in and fires it by Chris Horebeck, the starting goaltender for the Ironmen, as we come back to live action. Pavla and Horebeck in net. A very eerily similar start to this game number 4 as the game number 2 here, with a quick goal by the Coyotes. And now Bridgeland tries to center it. Cowan spins and shoots, and Pavla makes the save. Jones chips it into the Ironman zone, the goal scorer for the Coyotes in this one. But eerily similar, where the Coyotes got off to a real quick start. Got out to a 4-goal lead early in the first period, and that was all she wrote for that one. But last night, Brendan Anderson, he scored a pair, and of course, Horebeck made 36 saves en route to the victory on the road. But the Ironmen received some bad news after the game, or this morning. Anderson is suspended for 2 games. He had a 2-minute cross-checking penalty in the third period. There's a centering pass to Bailey Fletcher. He had a goal last night, and he almost connected again. But Anderson, 2-minute cross-checking penalty. That was reviewed after the game, and now Anderson has to sit out a pair of games. Here's a quick shot. That one from Miller, saved by Horebeck. Rebound, chipped around the boards. So yes, no Brendan Anderson. Maeda tries to find Miller but can't. Ratchford stretches the ice to Brown. He's going to follow in with a big hit to Summersall, and it looks like Mitch Brown's going to go to the penalty box here for his hit on Summersall. Down the other end, shot and a save by Horebeck, this time off the stick of Benjamin Chubbs. Josh Ion with the call. It's going to be a roughing penalty to Mitch Brown. So yes, as we were talking about before the penalty, kind of a tough blow for the Ironmen, especially off a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Haven't seen the replay. All I see is the stats. So 2-minute cross-checking minor, and translated into a 2-game suspension, unfortunately. But that's a big loss for the Ironmen. Of course, in the Game 1 in Acton, Anderson scored a pair of goals to lead the way for an Ironman victory. And, of course, last night he scored 2 goals again. And he was held off the score sheet, at least in the goals department, in game number 2 here last week. And I see him in the corner kind of pacing the floor as he has to watch on. Officials figuring things out. We're ready to drop the puck, and here we go. Jones wins the draw. They're going to be on the power play. Chubbs to Jones. Jones is going to fire it down low. The Jim tried to get a stick on it, and it went wide. The Jim again loses the puck. This time Kessler Sky now, or Theo Hill with it. Theo, he streaks through a couple of Coyotes but can't get through the third as the Coyotes have to hold up their quick transition because of a body in the Ironman zone. Everybody's onside now. So the puck goes deep into the Ironman zone. Jake Green picks it up, chips it out to Ratchford. Ratchford can't get a handle on it as Summersall dances the line, tries to shoot fans on it. The puck comes loose as Theo Hill tried to find Bridgeland but couldn't. There's a stretch pass from Mitch Green into the Coyote zone as they are forced to regroup here in behind Pavlis. Miller out to Maeda, who fires it wide. Miller's going to dump it into the other side of the ice. There's a centering pass from Maeda. Kaplan couldn't get a handle on it. Maeda again tries to center, but picked up by Mitch Green. Great to have our cameraman Ben Hill back. Happy birthday to him. He was celebrating a birthday last weekend. There's a quick shot. And deflected way outside by Harebeck. Just to reset that game. 2 goals from Anderson, 1 from Mitch Green, and 1 from Bailey Fletcher. Well, Nick Campese scored the lone goal for the Coyotes last night. Puck deep into the Coyotes zone. Dante Jones skates around Brown but loses the puck. Hopkins is now into the corner trying to cycle things. Puck comes out in the favor of the Coyotes now. Saloff shot. He fires that one wide. Brown now with it again. He's going to spin around and hand it off to Steve Laforme. Laforme's going to try and battle for the puck. Gets it. He's in behind the net. It's got Brown out centered. He tries to center it but couldn't connect. Laforme has it once again in the corner, battling with Summersall. Hopkins tries to find Brown but can't. Puck along the boards. Jake Brown now heads it into Laforme. There's Mitch Brown with the shot, and that one well wide. DeCare along the ice, goes through a maze of skates. As the Ironmen dump it in, get a full wholesale change here. Both teams changing on the fly. 13:32 or 13:44 to go here in the first period. Thanks for joining us. Bailey Fletcher now with it. He's going to keep it to himself. Puck goes wide. Oh, there's a centering pass to Hill off the stick of Antone, but couldn't connect. Tyler Hill's quick shot goes wide. Expect both teams to try and get the puck on net. I think that's a secret in this series. I know it's very simple hockey, but just getting puck to net. Never know what's going to happen here, especially with the rebound. There's Tyler Hill up the middle. Tyler Hill shoots and a save by Pavlis. We'll take a look at that one off the replay. Just a nice stretch pass here. That's what they got to do. Get that speed going. Work it for their advantage here. And a nice save by Pavlis. He was well challenged out up on top of that crease. As we're back to live action, 13:07 to go here in the first period. Brown and Maeda battle in the face-off dot. Brown wins it. He's trying to cycle it out to Cowan. Cowan in behind the net now. He's going to try to center to Bridgeland, who now is behind the net. Centers to Brown. There's a shot. There's a rebound. Save and another shot by Pavla. Or a save by Pavla. Save. A shot by Cowan. Got excited there. Two opportunities. Two nice saves by Pavlis. As the battle along the boards continues. Centering pass to Brown as he spins around the net again. The Ironmen. There's a shot from Bridgeland. Ironmen really cycling the puck well in the offensive zone. Hyde tries to stretch pass. Tried to find Vanden Heuvel but couldn't. There's Ratchford's shot. Rebound. Cowan tried to get a handle on it but couldn't. The Ironmen buzzing again. Vanden Heuvel, he's got it on the left side. There's a quick snapper. And that one is easily handled by the glove of Chris Raybeck. A couple close calls for the Ironmen. And again, eerily similar to last Sunday's game. The Ironmen may have lost that one 7-4, but it wasn't for a lack of effort. The Ironmen, with a number of opportunities, just couldn't beat Pavlis as Laforme leads the charge here. Stick check by Vanden Heuvel as the Coyotes are going to reset here. Summersall stretches it. Campese dumps it in. Campese, the lone goal scorer Saturday for the Coyotes. There's a attempted clears. Vanden Heuvel has it. He's going to pass it to Jim. Vanden Heuvel gets hit. And we've got a stoppage in play here. As we've got bodies flying all over the place here. That's Parsons talking to Najim. That's Vanden Heuvel on the ice being taken care of by the trainers. This is going to turn into a chippy one, folks. I can feel it right now. No love lost between these two teams. A fourth game in a week span, and of course, played 2 games in a row this weekend as Parsons looks like he's going to the box first on the initial call. I don't think the officials look like they're calling anything else. So it's going to be another Coyotes power play here. $11:20 to go here in the first period. The officials having to sort things out. So Parsons, the only one in the penalty box after all of that. So the Coyotes are going to go to their second power play of this game so far. Officials still meeting and figuring out what's going on. Trying to sort things out for the timekeepers. Draw, won by the Ironmen. Jake Brown's going to take that puck and slap it all the way down to the other end and force the Coyotes to regroup here on the man advantage. So a roughing penalty to Parsons halfway through this frame. Hyde with it. He's going to try and go to the side. Summersall with it. Miller shot into a plethora of legs. Puck picked up by the Ironman defense and fired all the way down. A good penalty kill so far for the Ironmen. Mitch Green with it. He's going to fire it down. Kessler Sky speedily tries to get the Somersault, but Somersault avoids the check and heads things out here for the Coyotes. Coyotes into the Ironman zone. Ratchford has a handle on the puck. He's going to try and chip it out and does. Sky's going to go in pursuit of that as Somersault has it. Somersault knocked down by Sky as the puck comes back down into the Ironman zone. Ironman playing very patient hockey here on the PK as Somersault tries to hit Theo Hill, and Somersault looked like he had his stick up high on that one. As Najim has it now, he's going to try and flip pass to himself, but can't. Loses it. Mitch Brown's going to clear that one all the way down as there's a race for the puck down to the other end. Oh, there's a pickpocket by Bridgeland. Bridgeland's got it again. Tries to pass it back to Ratchford. But the Ironmen patiently not going to press the issue here. Ratchford's just going to play keep away for the moment, and we're back to full strength here. 5-on-5 hockey. Brown's got it. Got Cowan. Cowan shot. Pavlis with the save. Clip that stop by Pavlis. Off the stick of Tycee Cowan. A beautiful pass by Brown. But Pavlis up to task on that one as Ratchford battles along the boards. Mitch Brown, he's going to chip it back to Ratchford, and we're going to have another penalty. Looks like Vanden Heuvel is going to go to the box for a rough as Brown drops it back to Ratchford. Hrebeck into the bench as for the extra attackers. Tycee Cowan has some words for Vanden Heuvel. We're going to see what this penalty is. That's a roughing penalty. So the roughing penalties continue here. And this one, we'll take a look at that last opportunity by the Ironmen. It all started down in their own end, but boy, oh boy. What a nice little pass. See how it develops here. And a nice save by Pavla. And now the Ironmen go to work on their own power play, their second opportunity of this game. Ratchford with the puck on the blue line. He's got Theo. Theo, the flex of the stick. Warm out on that one. As Kessler is going to have it. Theo dumps it in hard. Chubbs turns around, fires it, tries to get it in his own zone, and does, but the puck goes back in. Kaplan. He's going to stretch pass. That one intended for Campese, who chases it all the way down. He's going to have a guard on Ratchford, who starts things up in his own blue line. Ratchford, he's going to spin around. Laforme tries to put it between the legs of Hyde, but can't. Now the Ironmen are going to reset again here. Sky, Laforme. Got Tyler Hill out there now. Tyler Hill's going to in behind the net. Sky battling for position in front of the net, and Hill just tries to get an odd bounce off of Pavlis. As again, Somersault with the full glove to the face of Kessler Sky. Kessler Sky and Somersault having more words here. Now, if I'm Ryan Davis, the Six Nations Ironman coach, I'd be telling his team right now, just take every little bit of extracurriculars that the Coyotes are going to hand out. This is the second or third time that they've, after the whistle, they've tried to, they know the fuse on some of the Ironman players are a little bit shorter. So he's got to tell his players to be patient, take the punishment here. Officials sorting things out here. Summersall looks like he lost his necklace in the skirmish. Brendan Jang having a word with Josh Ion now, trying to sort things out. This stop and start really in favor of the Coyotes, like I said all year. The free-flowing nature of this Ironman team, the way that they skate, the fewer stoppages in play this Ironman team get, the more fired up they are. So Summersall, he's going to go to the bench or to the penalty box for roughing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roughing penalties. Every penalty in this first period so far. And of course, Nikolai Salov with the only goal so far. Didn't think it was Salov, actually. I really thought that was Dante Jones on that. But Salov credited with the goal. So now, a full penalty box here. And a great opportunity for the Ironmen as they have a two-man advantage here. There's a quick shot from Bailey Fletcher. The tip. And a nice centering pass by Hopkins. And Bailey Fletcher, oh so close to connecting on that one, but he ended up not connecting. Ironman win the draw again, battle on the boards. Mitch Brown gets it out to Ratchford. Ratchford to Green. Mitch Green, the captain, is going to pass it off to Ratchford, who fires it. There's the rebound, picked up by Fletcher. Couldn't get a handle on it fully. Ratchford again, playing pitch and catch with Green. Green fires it. That one off the shin pad of Maeda. As Maeda shoves Fletcher. Fletcher with the rebound shot. Look at the replay on that action. Just great action, great puck movement, but saw the hit there. Six Nations fans not happy with that. Bridgeland on the draw now. Bridgeland and Chubbs. Chubbs wins the draw. The Coyotes happy to throw it out as Vanden Heuvel races for the puck out of the penalty box. Vanden Heuvel, he's taking on a pair of Ironmen in behind the net, fresh off his penalty serve. Bridgeland now heading down the ice on the left side. Bridgeland, he's going to pass it off to Tyler Hill. Tyler to Theo. Theo going to pass it off to his brother. Now Theo now with it. Theo holding, shooting, centering. Couldn't connect as Bridgeland now meets Vanden Heuvel. A little bit of chippiness on both sides of the fence here. Both teams very chippy in this first period. Mitch Green's going to sort things out here. Out to Laforme on the right side. He's streaking down the boards. Going to hand it off to Hill. Tyler Hill with it. Back to Laforme. Laforme now on the left side. Passes it off to Ratchford. Back to Laforme. Ratchford, he's got the Hill brothers on the wings. Theo now with it. He spins off a check. We're back to 5-on-5 action as Tyler Hill slips on the puck, and he's going to battle for it along the boards. Theo now with it. Theo in behind the net. Chips it out to Tyler. Tyler on the right side. He's going to fire it. Pavlo with the save. There's more extracurricular activity as Pavla took a swipe at Tyler Hill and Bridgeland. Take a look at the replay on that one, see if we have it. Oh, all we have is the extracurriculars, and it looks like Tyler Hill is going to go to the penalty box for taking a hit. Tyler Hill kind of questioning things, but that's what happens when you're in the thick of things here. On the scoreboard, it's a tight one, that's for sure, folks. 5:02 to go here in the first period. Thanks for joining us here on the Daryl Smart Media YouTube channel for Six Nations Ironman hockey. We've been with the Ironmen all season long. We really appreciate the partnership. It's been a lot of fun doing these games. And, of course, now that we're in the postseason, looks like Tyler Hill is the only person going to the penalty box here. I'm going to assume that's a roughing penalty, because that's what every call has been so far. And this one is the Coyotes get out. Salov, credited with the first goal, he dumps it in. Ratchford tries to get it out but can't. Hyde at the point with it. He's going to try get it past Hopkins but can't. Chubbs down low to Dante Jones. Jones to Chubbs. Chubbs back to Jones. Jones tries to center it to Maeda but can't. He waves the stick on that one. There's the centering pass. Tipped by Maeda. And a save by Hrebeck. Let's look at the replay on that one. Just nice puck movement by the Coyotes. And a nice chip. And a nice save by Hrebeck as we get back to live action here. Jones up on the point now, quarterbacking things. Out to Hyde. Hyde's going to dump it into the corner. Intended for Miller, but the Ironman defense get a hold of the puck and fire it all the way down to kill some precious seconds off the clock here to kill this penalty. Miller to Chubbs. Oh, Vanden Heuvel! Oh, clip that, folks! As Chris Hrebeck robs Vanden Heuvel. We'll take a look at that one, folks. Just a nice save. Wow, folks. So we get back to live action here. Both goaltenders playing well. That's for sure. And of course, Chris Hrebeck was tagged with the loss last Sunday, but came in relief of Tim Porter. He's been an all-star all season long, but Hrebeck's kind of taken the ball and run with it right now, at least for one game, a couple of games here. It's great to have depth in goal and being able to have two guys to trust. As Chubbs now has it down the left side. Chubbs, he's going to dump it down. Najim to Vanden Heuvel. Vanden Heuvel spins behind, tries to center it. Couldn't find Najim, who's streaking up the middle. But here come the Ironmen, led by Theo Hill. Theo, shot, rebound. Cowan tried to jump on it, but couldn't get a handle on it. As it looks like the net has come off its moorings. And we have got another stoppage in play. Great crowd on hand here at the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center. See another couple hundred people. I like to judge by the 50-50, so we'll see when the 50-50 comes up. There's a shot from Ratchford. Pad saved by Pavlis. And he's going to cover up. As we have some more conversation after the whistle. To be expected between these two teams in a heated series here. Of course, the Ironmen lead the series, best of 7 series, 2-1. 2.5 to go here in the first period of game 4. Summersall, he's going to dump it back inside his net to Maeda. Maeda met by Bridgeland. Now LaForme with the big hit on Campese. Summersall tries to break it out to Jones. The Summersall takes another hit. Ratchford picks it up in his own zone. Ratchford tried to find Bridgeland but couldn't. Campese leading the charge here. Nick Campese with the shot, and that one's stopped by Hrebeck's shoulder. So there's a stretch pass to LaForme. LaForme in the corner now. He's in behind the net, tries to center it out. Couldn't find Kessler Sky. Ironman moving the puck quickly here. Bridgeland up top. He's going to hand it off to Brown. He couldn't get a handle on it. Salov has it now. Salov on the left side. There's a quick shot and a save by Hrebeck. Nice transitional play by the Coyotes. They get a loose puck, and both teams really do a nice job of stretching the puck. Once they get the puck in their possession and they see one of their big offensive players moving, they'll get it to him. Hopkins out to Brown. Brown, quick snapper off the boards. He picks up the carom. And 2 rebounds. There's another rebound as Bailey Fletcher in the mix. Tries to get a stick on it and runs into Pavlis, who was forced to make the save. And like we have for most of this first period, after the whistle, some extracurricular activity. So just a reset. Salov credited with the goal. I thought that was Dante Jones, but Salov with the goal. Brendan Anderson not in the lineup. He's going to have to serve 2 games for a cross-check. And there's a quick shot from Jake Green, saved by Pavlos. We're going to have another face-off. So Brendan Anderson will be out for today's game, and then next weekend's action for 1 game. Face-off won by Brown. And the officials whistle that one down quickly. That was a clean win by Brown, a nice shot. Brown and Salov in the face-off dot. Brown chips it back to Hopkins. Stretch pass. Here's the Fletcher. Fletcher up the middle. Rebound, scores! And the Six Nations Ironmen get on the board. Thanks to the stick of Mitch Brown on the rebound. It was a funny one as Bailey Fletcher all alone. And a nice defensive play, but the puck comes out. Great second effort by Bailey Fletcher to get it to Mitch Brown, who had a wide open cage, folks. And we're all tied up. 1 goal apiece, 54 seconds to go in the first period. It's always good to get a late goal. And the Ironmen have done that, and there's more! Scores! Boy, oh boy! Lightning struck twice on the rebound. And the Ironmen go up by a goal. Let's look at the replay on that one, folks, as we reset. Shot by Tyler Hill, rebound by Kessler Sky, and Sky tucks her home. And the Six Nations Ironmen strike twice in a couple of seconds, and Najim had his stick whacked out of his hand by Tyler Hill, so they had to get a new face-off person. Face-off won by the Ironmen, but dumped down, and then we've got ourselves an ice. But this Ironman team, with its offensive firepower, they can fire, and they can score at will, and sometimes they do it in bunches, and that's a perfect example. Theo and Dante Jones jostling at each other. Everybody wants to knock someone's stick down here in the late going. Vanden Heuvel. Vanden Heuvel out to Jones. He's going to pass it to Najim, who swipes at it. Puck comes loose in the slot area, picked up by Theo Hill, who streaks down the right side. Theo's got his brother, Tyler, who's knocked off the puck by Najim. That's all she wrote for the first period. And like every other whistle so far, in this one, there's some extracurricular activity. As both teams head to their respective dressing rooms. After 20 minutes of play, in this all-important game number 4 here at the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Center, it is the Six Nations Ironmen 2 and the Halton Hills Coyotes 1, resetting that period. The Ironmen out shooting the Coyotes 23-9 after 20 minutes of play. So the Ironmen getting the puck on net like they're supposed to do to at Pavlis, forcing rebounds, seeing what happens, and of course 2 rebounds resulted in 2 goals. Resetting the scoring here, Nikolai Salov with the opener. 1 minute into the first period at even strength, and then with 55 seconds remaining in the first period, Mitch Brown tucked it in after Bailey Fletcher's beautiful effort, second effort after getting knocked off the puck. And then 9 seconds later, Kessler Sky from Tyler Hill and Mitch Brown to make it 2-1. And that's where we're at heading into the intermission, and we will see you when the second period begins. Thanks again for joining us. Welcome back to the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center here on Six Nations of the Grand River. Daryl Smart along with you for the ride here for this game number 4 of the Northern Premier Hockey League Metropolitan Conference North Division semifinal series. The best of 7 series here where the Ironmen have a 2-1 advantage in this best of 7 series thanks to 4-1 victory last night in Acton. Salov, number 71, he's going to take the draw on to open up the second period. He did get the second goal. I saw the tip. Sorry, I had to see the replay during the intermission to see the tip. Dante Jones with the shot, but Salov got his stick on it, tipped it past Horebeck. And of course, the Ironmen strike twice. Mitch Brown and Kessler Sky 10 seconds apart, 9 seconds apart actually, to close out the first period and to grab themselves a 2-1 lead here for period number 2. And Theo Hill out to his brother Tyler, who dumps it in. Of course, no Brendan Anderson. The play just passed by him. There's shot from Tyler. There's shot to goal from Theo. Theo Hill picks up the loose puck and tucks it home. And just like that, the Ironmen strike again and lead 3-1. Let's look at the replay, folks. Average play, Tyler Hill gets the puck, shot on net, rebound. And brother Theo picks up the loose puck. And the Ironmen jump out to a 3-1 lead here early. Ironman looking for more here as Laforme streaks down the right side and in behind the net and is tripped up. Presence of mind to rim it around the boards. Ratchford tips the puck loose, cycles it to Cowan. Cowan battles with Maeda. Ratchford and Cowan with the one time and a save by Pavlas. Pavlas again, but the rebound comes out big. And again, if I'm Ryan Davis, the head coach of this Ironman team, get the puck on net. The puck seems to be bouncing off the pads of Pavla and jump on those rebounds quickly. Miller with it, shot. That one off a stick and over the glass. And if I'm the Coyotes, just try to get the momentum back. They were skating with the Ironmen for a large majority of that first period, but then that minute frame, that minute span, where all things went loose and unraveled as the Ironmen take the momentum. Mitch Brown, one of the goal scorers, tips it up to Fletcher. He shoots. And an easy save into the breadbasket of Pavlis. But yeah, the Coyotes just have to get their momentum back. Offensively, draw won by the Ironmen. Fletcher rims it around the boards, tries to find it to Mitch Brown, but can't. Hopkins centers it. He found Fletcher, but couldn't connect. There's a loose puck. It is Pavlas tries to cover it up and squirts out of his gloves, but covers it up nonetheless. Besides the opening 5 minutes of play, the Ironmen have really grabbed momentum here, despite being behind. Of course, Ironmen playing a little bit inspired with one of their main offensive weapons out of the lineup. Jones, he's going to dance around the Ironman defense. There's a hit. Mitch Brown took a big hit from Jones. And Jake Brown, his brother, hit Jones. Puck along the boards. Najim to Brown, or to Jones, who tips it. Puck comes loose and chipped over the glass for a whistle to the left of Horebeck. As Dante Jones and Jake Brown exchange pleasantries. I think Jake Brown talking to Dante Jones about that hit to his brother. That was a thunderous check in behind Harebeck. Maeda, Theo Hill on the dot. Theo wins the draw to Ratchford. Ratchford rims it around to Kessler Sky. Sky gets it out momentarily, but the puck dumped back in, but picked up. Now Ratchford tries to get out. Tyler Hill dumps it in. Sky in pursuit. He's going to take on a pair of Coyotes. As Vanden Heuvel tries to chip it out into the neutral zone, but picked up by Tyler, who dumps it back into the Coyote zone. Theo rims it around to his brother, who rims it around back to Ratchford on the blue line. Easy pad save by Pavla, dumped into the corner. As Tyler battles along the boards. And battle for puck possession resumes into the Coyote zone. Theo in the neutral zone, into his own end now, tries to regroup. Now Tyler with it. Tyler dumps it in. Theo's going to pick this puck up. He's going to try centering it. Tried to find Kessler Sky, but couldn't. Vanden Heuvel now with it. He's going to stretch it out. Picked off pass by Theo. Theo to his brother Tyler. Tyler up on the right side. Quick snapshot, and that one off a stick and over the glass. The Ironmen really moving the puck well today. They've really come into their own in this season, especially the back end. Just offensively, they just got things working. The early going and new team, they look good. They had trouble scoring at times, but in the second half of the season, not having any trouble at all with the offense clicking, guys reacquainting themselves with one another, of course. A lot of these players, junior hockey teammates with the Caledonia Corvaires, many of them, especially over those championship years. There's a stretch pass from Green to Laforme, and Laforme almost got a handle on it. Jake Brown with the dump in. Perkins lays the body. Laforme out to Porter. Puck rimmed around all the way out of the zone and into the neutral end of this rink. Salov has it now. Salov pokes it, tries to race after it with Jake Brown, or Mitch Green, sorry, and Mitch Green handles him with ease. Laforme has Porter with him. He's going to go around the net. Centers it, tried to find Bridgeland but couldn't. As Miller now skates. Miller, he's got Chubbs. Tried to center it, but Jake Brown with a nice defensive effort to get the puck. And dumps it down all the way to the other end. Chubbs centering to Dante Jones. Oh boy! Oh, clip that, folks. What a save by Harebeck. Let's take a look at that one, folks. Dante Jones looked like he was all alone. Had nobody, and I mean nobody, except for the left trapper glove of Chris Harebeck, who has come up huge. Wow, folks. He's made a couple of dandies so far. Ironmen regain possession of the puck, enter out of the zone. Cowan crossed the blue line to DeCare shoot, and it scores! Damon DeCare with the goal. And the Ironmen take a 4-1 lead. That all started down to the other end, a nice transitional play, getting the puck. Tycee Cowan with a beautiful pass to DeCare. And Damon DeCare buries it. DeCare had a goal last Sunday here in game number 2. And he scored again. And the Ironmen strike again and now lead 4-1. Ooh, there's a high stick. Looks like it got Bridgeland in the mouth. He's going to the bench as the Coyotes put the puck deep. Looked like an inadvertent stick as Brown now chips it in and chases it with Tycee Cowan. Theo up top, Ratchford's all. Oh, there's a shot in the goal! Theo Hill rips it by Pavlis. And the Six Nations Ironmen take full control at 5-1. There's the shot, and there's the goal. And the Ironmen are rolling right now. Theo Hill with the shot. And it looks like another short bench from the Halton Hills Coyotes. Pavlis does have a backup this Sunday. He didn't have one in game number 2, but only 7 players on the bench. So the Halton Hills Coyotes not playing with a full bench today. While the Ironmen have a full bench plus. Maeda and Brown in the face-off dot. Brown wins the draw, passes it out to his buddy Mitch Green. Green has it again. He's going to stretch it out. Tried to find Brown but couldn't. Puck goes into the crease area, so no icing on that one. As the Coyotes are going to regroup here in their own end. 13:22 to go here in the second period. Couple of Ironman goals extend the lead here to 3 goals. Is Mitch Green in behind the net? The captain, he tries to clear it, bounces off a stick. And Chubbs has an opportunity. As he spins around and shoots the puck. And Hrebeck covers things up here for a whistle and a face-off to the left of the Ironman netminder. Theo and Jones in the dot. Theo wins the draw, but Vanden Heuvel comes up with it. Jones, Hyde. Oh, there's a nice tip from Miller. Shot from Hyde, tip from Miller, and a save by Hrebeck. Coyotes regroup here. Dump in. Outlet pass to Tyler Hill. He's got his brother streaking up the middle with them, and Kessler Sky to the right. Pavlis rims the puck off the boards, goes off a skate and in front, but dumped back in by the Ironman. Tyler Hill, like a bull in a dishwasher, mixes things up. Boy, Tyler Hill had a full head of steam on that one. Just like a bull. Tried to get to the puck but couldn't. As the puck now down into the Ironman zone. We're going to have another a face-off to the left of Hrebeck. 12:13 to go here in the second. Thanks for joining us. Ironman win the draw again. Ratchford's going to come up with it. Out to Brown. Brown to Green. Green's going to settle in and dump it in for Mitch Brown. Thought I was painting a picture there. Brown to Green. Green to Brown. The Summersall has it now. Summersall crosses out to Chubbs. He's going to dump it in. Najum dumps it in. The other side is Chubbs picks it up. Maeda battles for the puck now. It's Ratchford. Outlet pass. Intended for Sandy Porter. Puck loose in the slot area of the Ironman as Mitch Green patiently grabs it and takes it and gets it out of the zone. Maeda, backhand dump in to Chubbs. Chubbs in pursuit but met by Green. Green and Ratchford have been a very effective defensive pair. As Porter crosses the blue line to Brown. Brown's going to backhand it into the glove of Pavlis, who's going to handle it well and have a face-off to the left of Pavlis. But the defensive pairings they've mixed the lines up a little bit defensively, especially in the last part of the season. Mitch Green was up front and forward. Now has played the back end and really making a difference back there, starting things up offensively and leading the charge defensively as Dante Jones now has the shot, crosses the blue line and fires it into the big mitt of Hrebeck. Laforme and Salov. Salov wins the draw. Hyde has it. He back to Salov. There's a shot from Jones. That one just whistles wide as Vanden Heuvel tries to pursue it. Vanden Heuvel once again in the corner. Tries to center it out, but couldn't connect with Kaplan. Halfway through this game, Ironmen 5, Coyotes 1, game number 4 this best of 7 series, the NPHL Metropolitan Conference North Division. Vanden Heuvel loses the puck. Cowan now with it. He's got numbers. Cowan dishes it off to Laforme. Laforme goes around the net. Centers it. Shot from Antone, and that one off the foot of Salov. Laforme out to Cowan. Cowan's going to dip and drop. Bridgeland tries to center it, finds Jake Brown with the shot, and that one just goes wide. Miller picks it up for the Coyotes, chips it out of his own end and hands it off to Najum. Najum content on regrouping in his own end. The Coyotes look to regroup here. Kaplan skates over the blue line, shoots just wide of the net of Hrebeck. It's Hopkins and Fletcher come banging in. Puck back into the neutral zone, picked up by Ratchford. Ratchford goes D to D with Damon DeCare, the last goal scorer, or one of the last Ironman goal scorers. Fletcher along the right side, he's going to speed himself in. Fletcher head up, tried to find DeCare up top on the blue line, and does, but the puck is tripped up and back into the Ironman zone for a regroup. Fletcher in pursuit with Kaplan. It's Kaplan's stick broken in half thanks to a chop from Fletcher. And now Chubbs now on the left side. Chubbs with the shot and a save by Hrebeck. Take a look at that save by Hrebeck. Hrebeck's really playing well right now. A full head of confidence in him, and as you can see, right on top of that crease, not giving the Coyotes anything to shoot at. He's a big body, so of course he's out front, and he's not giving much net to shoot at, and that's just a nice fundamental goaltending by Chris Hrebeck. Maeda wins the draw but loses it to Theo Hill. Salov keeps the puck in. And Chubbs back to Dante Jones. Jones shot off the pad of Hrebeck, kicked out well wide to the boards. Salov, quick shot, that one off the blocker of Hrebeck as the Coyotes look to set up again in behind the net. Chubbs working some magic into the corner. Chubbs again with the puck, trying to center it. He's got Salov and he's got Maeda on the weak side. Out to Summersall. Summersall to Jones. There's a tip from Salov. Rebound! Saved by Hrebeck. Let's look at the replay on that one. Great puck movement by the Halton Hills Coyotes. And set up with a beautiful shot from the point. And that's what, especially in Senior A hockey, that's what the guys are wanting. They're wanting to get that shot from the point, get that tip, and try to redirect the puck past the goaltender. And this time, Hrebeck was up to task on that one. 7.5 to go here in the second period. Fletcher in the penalty box for the slash. When he broke the stick down to the other end. So the Coyotes trying to get possession. We got a little bit of a dust up as Cowan and Maeda dusted up and stir the drink along the boards. Things have really settled in with the chippiness in this one, up until this point, of course. But that first period was very chippy. But with the Ironmen up, both teams have kind of come down to business and really trying to jockey for position. And, of course, the Coyotes trying to get back into this one as the Ironmen have a 4-goal lead now with just under 7 to go in this second period. Miller to Van den Heuvel. Bridgeland's going to get that puck and just dump it all the way down. 12 seconds in the Bailey Fletcher penalty. As the Coyotes move the puck well in the first half of this power play, having trouble getting deep into the zone. Somersault stripped to the puck by Laforme, who's got Fletcher out of the box. Fletcher spins out and met by Pavlis. Nothing develops on that one. Dangerous play, but no can do on it. Miller's got it now. Tries to dump it in. And Hyde is met by Tyler Hill. So back to 5-on-5 action. Ironman 5, Coyotes 1 here, second period. Thanks a lot for joining us here on the Daryl Smart Media YouTube page. Thanks, as always, for joining us here. I know the games are on tape delay. Love to see you here at the arena, live in action. There's nothing better. As Hrebeck's going to get the puck, he's covering it. Officials telling him to let go of the puck, but being a member of the goaltenders union, I wouldn't let go of the puck either. He had Van den Heuvel and Dante Jones on the doorstep. So a smart move by Hrebeck, just keeping the puck to himself. Najim and Laforme, and that's the face-off dot. Laforme win the draw up front, but he chipped it ahead of himself. But too far as Brandon Jang got a shot from the point. Covered up, and we got ourselves another whistle here. Same pair on the dot. Ratchford picks it up in behind the Ironman zone. Laforme crosses the blue line here. Puck goes up and over and into the neutral zone as Ratchford picks it up now. Ratchford crosses the blue line. He's got Laforme and Bridgeland with him. Checked heavily inside as we've got ourselves a big collision here. Is Hyde mixing it up with Bridgeland and Ratchford, and we have ourselves another penalty here. That's going to be Steve Laforme. He's in the box. I think that might be an elbowing penalty, possibly. We'll see what Josh Ion and his officials group say about this one. That's a rough. And an elbow from Hyde. Or vice versa, I think. So Alex Hyde, number 58 for the Coyotes in the penalty box for the Halton Hills squad. Steve Laforme in the box for the Ironmen. So back to 5-on-5 action. Here we go. Coincidental minors. Shots on net in the second period so far, 11-10 in favor of the Coyotes. Summersall picks it up in behind his net. Summersall, he's going to wait to set up shop here. Tried to stretch the puck out. Now Fletcher's in pursuit of Summersall. Summersall, very quick skater, hands it off. He takes a big hit, and Fletcher hits Campese as well. It's bumper car season out here, folks. Summersall checked off the puck by Brown. Brown gets it loose but is knocked down, and we're going to have ourselves another penalty. We'll look at the replay on that one as Summersall gets an earful from the Ironman as he heads to the penalty box. Still sorting things out. Summersall having some words with the Ironman. And it's going to be a 5-on-4 power play for 2 minutes. Or just under, well, it'll be a power play for 2 minutes for the Ironman, of course, with the coincidental penalties. Draw one by the Ironman, but the puck in the corner as Dante Jones picks it up. Tyler Hill comes out with it, in behind the net, out to Ratchford. Now to Green. Ratchford up top. He's got Hill and Hill. That's Theo with it. Ratchford goes up the middle, tries to get the rebound, which was a rebound, but Sky couldn't get a handle on it. Ratchford's going to wind things up, hand it off to Mitch Green, the captain of this Ironman team. Skates over the blue line. He's going to go in all, take it all by himself, goes in around the net. Out to Tyler. Tyler to Ratchford, now to Theo. Theo's got it. He's going to spin around. Ratchford up top, quarterback. There's a quick shot from Tyler. Rebound comes out, loose puck picked up by the Coyotes defense and dumped all the way down. That's exactly what the Ironmen are trying to do on the power play. Try to get that quick shot from Tyler Hill. He's got that heavy shot, and I know that one well. Theo centers it to Brown. Save by Pavlis. Nice save by Pavlis as the Ironmen continue. Hill to Hill. There's the shot. The tip by Brown, but a save by Pavlis. Off balance. Theo back to Tyler. Couldn't get a handle on it as the puck hits a stick and goes over the boards, but the brothers Hill with a smile, both Hill brothers with smiles on their faces, just by the way that they were moving the puck. They moved the puck so well. It's fun to watch, that's for sure. Both teams moved the puck exceptionally well in the power play. Antone and DeCare on the points. DeCare, he's got a goal today. Antone's going to drive it up the middle. Hopkins trying to find the garbage in the slot area. So it's Antone, DeCare, Fletcher. Brown and Hopkins. DeCare's going to set up shop in behind his own net as he's at Miller's in pursuit of him. Mitch Brown with the dump in. Pavlis gets a handle on it. Sets up for his defense. Vandenhoeven in his own zone. He's going to try and rim it around to Miller. Miller content on Dumping it out. Now to Summersall. Summersall's got it on the right side. He's going to find a shot. Tried to catch Hrebeck napping, who was not, and got his big right shoulder up onto the puck and deflected it into the crowd for another souvenir. A nice save by Chris Hrebeck on that one. A minute and a half to go here in the second period. Thanks again for joining us here on the Daryl Smart Media YouTube page for NPHL action. The Six Nations Ironman is Tyson Cowan. Shot as he looks up to the ceiling after taking that shot and a save by Pavlis. It's Tyson Cowan, who is going sans helmet during the warm-up. Went old school. We've got ourselves another penalty here. That's Jackson Kaplan heading to the penalty box. And another power play, this time for the Ironmen, as the Ironmen get the man advantage again. Green to Bridgeland, back to Green. Bridgeland cycling it, but Summersall picks it up, and he's going to dump it all the way down into the Ironman zone. Ratchford dumps it off to Green, who dumps it in. Cowan in pursuit, chips the puck out to Bridgeland. Bridgeland now with it. He's going to hand it over to Ratchford. Now to Green. LaForme, he's the trigger man on this, on the left side, or on the right side. Maeda's going to get the puck. Tried to clear it far, but clipped it enough as we've got ourselves another mix up here, and it's Tyson Cowan and Austin Maeda. And we've got Bridgeland and Summersall. This isn't the first time Bridgeland and Summersall have exchanged pleasantries in this one, or in the season for that matter. Tyson Cowan and Austin Maeda mixing it up along the boards. I think that's going to be the two calls here, as Maeda's pleading his case and Cowan's got his gloves off. Maeda's still fully dressed here. And it looks like Mitch Green and trying to convince Josh Ion and his group for coincidentals here, I think. So currently, if this is offsetting penalties, that'll be still a man advantage for the Ironmen. So we're going to see here a high stick and a rough. A rough. So I think, it looks like to me, I'm just translating the sign language here from the officials. It looks like Tyson Cowan's going to get a rough and a high stick, and Maeda's going to get a rough. So that would mean the power play is over for the Ironmen, and it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey here, I think. I think it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey because there's a minute 7 remaining in the Kaplan penalty. Officials still trying to sort things out here. That's Sandy Porter heading to the penalty box. I have a feeling that's what it's going to be, so Cowan gets the extra deuce, I think. We'll wait for the official word, but that's my translation of things after watching Josh Ion's hand movements. Ironmen win the draw and dump it down LaForme in pursuit with Hyde. Puck dumped in deep into the Coyotes zone. Time winding down as Salov streaks down the right side. I think the Ironmen are going to be happy just to get this puck out, try to kill some time here, and reset here in the second intermission as time is winding down. And the second period is over. And after 40 minutes of play, the Six Nations Ironmen score 5 unanswered goals and now lead the Halton Hills Coyotes 5-1 after 40 minutes. Shots on net in the second period, 16-12 in favor of the Ironmen. At one point, the Coyotes were out shooting the Ironmen, but a couple power plays negated that, and the Ironmen really stretched things out. So for a total, after 2 periods, 39-21 shots on net in favor of the Ironmen. And just to clean up the penalties here, hey, I was right on that one, is Tycee Cowan with the high stick and the rough, and Austin Maeda with a roughing penalty. So that is that after 40 minutes. And just to kind of sum up the second period, just kind of second period recap. Theo Hill struck 30 seconds into this period to make it 3-1. And about 6 minutes into the period, Damon DeCare with that shot from the point to make it 4-1. And less than 30 seconds after that, Theo Hill scores his second of the game to make it 5-1 Ironman. And that's where we are, and that's where we'll be until the third period begins. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you when period number 3 begins. Welcome back to the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center. Daryl Smart along with you for this one tonight between the Six Nations Ironmen and the Halton Hills Coyotes. Period 3 just about to start, setting it up. Of course, this is game number 4 in this best of 7 NPHL Metropolitan Conference North Division Series. Of course, the Ironmen looking to take a commanding 3-1 lead in this series, while the visitors from Halton Hills hoping to tie things up at 2 games apiece. 39-21 shots on net overall, 16-12 for the Ironmen in the second period. Theo Hill with a pair of goals and Damon DeCare also adding one in the second period to make this a 5-1 hockey game with 20 minutes to go in regulation. And here we go. Ratchford rings it along the boards out to the captain, Mitch Green. Ratchford, who has been quarterbacking much of the defensive unit. Back there is Dante Jones, speeds through it. Salov gets a handle on it. He's got the rebound. There's a glove save. Clip that one off the stick. Or off the glove of Horebeck. Welcome to the third period, Chris Horebeck. Great save on the glove. Salov all alone on that one. Kaplan all the way around, out to Hyde. Hyde with it, back to Kaplan. Shot blocked. So the puck goes all the way down as Pavlis grabs a handle of it. And the Coyotes set to break out of their own zone here. Hyde tries the chip to Miller, but can, as Bridgeland now on the right side. There's a shot, and that one looked like he had the right top corner pick, but hit the outside of the netting. Terry Bridgeland did. DeCare, shot off the stick of Pavlis, directed into the corner as the battle ensues. Porter, there's a centering pass to Bridgeland, who just goes wide. Hyde, high off the wall and glass, and all the way down. Team settling in here in the third period as Tyler Hill gets his first touch of the third frame. Tyler goes around the net. He's going to try and wrap it around, but couldn't keep the handles on the puck. The puck goes deep into the Coyotes zone. Tyler Hill meets Summersall, who Summersall a full face of glove to Tyler Hill. Summersall and Hill have been jawing at each other all game, and that one percolated here in the third period. Campese tried to find Chubbs but couldn't. Ironmen regroup here. Hopkins has Theo on the right side on the off wing. Couldn't get it all the way to him. As Pavlis corrals the puck and stops things for another faceoff. $825 on the 50-50, so come to an Ironman game, you might have a couple extra dollars in your pocket when you leave with the 50-50, so $850. So I'd say there's about anywhere between 300 to 400 people here at the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center. That's my secret formula for trying to figure out the attendance. When I don't know what the attendance is, it's usually what I see with the 50-50 and usually try to divide it by 2. So I'd say 300 to 400 folks here at the arena watching live. And again, make sure you come for game number 5 if necessary. Oh, there's a centering pass to Fletcher, who fans on it. Ironman knocking on the door once again. The Salov skating down the left side. He drops it off to Jones. Jones shot that one off the skate of Salov. If he wrestles with Antone. Looks like Jones is tangled up as the puck again. Some heavy hits in the slot area. There's a shot stopped by Hrebeck. Picked up along and rimmed out along the boards. Maeda, he's going to shoot. That's a key for the Ironmen defensively to keep Maeda off the boards. He's one of their top scorers. Is Laforme on the right side. He's got numbers. Shot saved by Pavlis. Picked up the rebound but couldn't get a direct shot. Picked it up nonetheless. So along the boards, Stephen Laforme. Green now with it. Mitch Green dumps it in out to his buddy Laforme. Porter spins around, tries to get the puck. Laforme has it. He's up top. He's going to circle, shoots, and almost off the rebound. The carom off the glass, and Porter couldn't get a handle on it. As Vanden Heuvel tries to find Maeda. Jake Brown now out to Theo. Theo, he's got Parsons with him, but couldn't do anything with it. Green. Kaplan spins around, loses the puck, and the puck chipped along in the neutral zone. Najim chips it back into the Ironman zone. Speaking of defenders, Sukal not in the lineup today. That's a huge absence for the Ironmen. Najim down the left side. He's going to try and center it to Jones, but can't. Jones picks it up, though. Tries a nifty little play, but can't get his handles on the puck. Puck comes squirting out from in behind. And Chris Hrebeck's going to cover that one up. Speaking of this series, so today's game 4 of the series. Game 5 back in Acton on Saturday. 5:30 start time. In Acton, Halton Hills, with Game 6, if necessary, back here Sunday at 3:30 at the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center. And of course, if necessary, if there's a Game 7 necessary, that will be Wednesday, March 4th at 8 p.m. So catch the action, folks. Salov, oh, he gets a glove to the face. That looks like that's going to be a penalty. Salov, his feet don't stop moving, and as a result. So just looking at the other series, of course, we're at 2-1 so far in this one. The Orangeville Blitz hold a 3-1 lead in their best-of-7 series with the Woodstock Lakers in the other North Division semifinal. Of course, the winner of that series will play the winner of this series for the North. And with Orangeville having a 3-1 stranglehold in that one. Down in the South, Strathroy is up 3-1. Or sorry. Is up 3-0 on the Stratford Irish. There's a shot from Brown. while the Elvinston Killer Bees are up 2-1 in their series with the Tilbury Bluebirds. Miller crosses the blue line here along the boards. He's going to hand it off to Hyde across on the blue line. Vanden Heuvel tried to center it out into the slot area, but unsuccessful on that one as the Ironmen collect it and dump it all the way down for Pavlis to have a handle on it. Pass intended for Maeda, but he couldn't get a handle. And we've got ourselves a whistle here in the neutral zone. 12:03 to go here in the third period. So yes, lots of hockey left, lots of playoff hockey left. And the games have been great in this playoff so far. Make sure you catch them when you can. Some are streamed live on the pay-per-view, some are not, like ours are not. We can't get the internet strong enough here to stream the game, so we do it on the tape delay. Maeda. Oh, there's a Michigan attempt from Najum. Did the fake Michigan. Tried it. He pumped twice on that one. Coyotes get out of their own zone here. Chubb's now with it on the left side. He's checked along the boards by Green as Najum has it. Hands it off to Hyde. Hyde dumps it. Oh, there's a centering pass and a save by Hrebeck. The Coyote is knocking on the door, but can't connect here. There's a couple of opportunities, but a nice save by Hrebeck. Just he's in control right now of his RVH and his push. When he's down along the ice, he's not swimming in that crease area. He's very controlled. He just goes from post to post and from point A to point B, and he does it very well and in control, and that's why he's able to control those rebounds. Jake Brown or Tycee Cowan with it and dumps it in. Gets hit as he does that. Coyotes break out of their own zone. Vanden Heuvel with it. He's got Salov. Vanden Heuvel with the shot. Save, rebound, the Karam off the boards. And we've got coincidentals again. There's Terry Bridgeland going to the penalty box for roughing. No coincidental on that one, I think. Just Terry Bridgeland going to the penalty box for the rough. Face off to the right of Chris Hrebeck. 10:52 to go here in the third period. Ironmen with a 5-1 lead over the Halton Hills Coyotes here at the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center. My buddy Ben Hill working the camera. Welcome him back. One of the best in the business working the camera. He does some Bulldogs games in there. So working with some true pros, and thank Ben for showing up, and thank Bruce and Jack, my nephew, who was filling in last week, and our good buddy Bruce Bennett, who is a part of our crew in the summer. Of course, don't you miss that Six Nations Chiefs lacrosse action, brought to you by the Daryl Smart Media Network. It's the same crew here doing those games, getting some reps in the winter time, doing some hockey. It's been fun to do. Things sorted out. The Coyotes going to have the man advantage here. Face-off won by the Ironmen and ripped around the boards. I almost caught that puck. That one came almost over the glass. It buzzed right by the tower here. Cowan into the corner, battling with Summersall, who gets it out to Salov. Salov crosses the blue line, has Vanden Heuvel with him. He's going to keep it for himself, try to pass it off, but collects it. Summersall up top of the point. Vanden Heuvel to Jones. Jones fans on it, and That's easy pickings for Cowan as he gets it, dumps it, and waits for the Coyotes to come to him on the forecheck. Maeda now out to Jones. Van den Heuvel crosses the blue line, dumps it out to Jones, but couldn't connect with him as Theo now has it. Theo and Cowan. Theo, he's going to keep it to himself. Goes around the defenseman, goes around the net. Ironmen content on stretching the ice here on the penalty kill. They're going to stretch the ice, kill some time. Hoping to cruise into game number 5 on Saturday in Acton. Maeda and the Coyotes have something to say about that as they set up shop here in the Ironman zone. Coyotes having a tough time. There's Sky with it. He's going to find Hill, but Theo couldn't get a grasp on it. As Maeda is going to take his time. 6 seconds remaining in the penalty. There's a tip from Maeda. Just goes wide as Bridgeland out of the box and away he goes. Terry Bridgeland all alone. Oh, he tried to go between his legs. Clip that one, folks. As Terry Bridgeland tried to go between his legs, got a little too cute. But Pavla with the save. That's something you try in beer league. Part of the goaltenders union. I hate when guys do that to you, or they try to do that to you at least. Brown battling along the boards and behind the net is Hopkins doesn't come out with it. There's a shot from Green. That goes wide and around the boards. Van den Heuvel. There's a shot. That one goes off the shin guard of Jake Brown. There's a big collision between the two, between Salov and Green. And Jake Brown. There's Fletcher with it. Shot goes wide. So watching the action behind is Jake Brown kind of coming to the defense. Hopkins collects the puck, tries to center it to Brown. Couldn't get a handle on it as Pavlis gets it ahead of him. And we've got ourselves a face-off, this time to the right of Merrick Pavlis. Again, game 5 of this series will be Saturday in Acton, if necessary. Sunday back here. There's a quick shot from the point. Tip attempt by Sky. But Pavlis had his vision set on that and zoned right in to grab it. And we've got ourselves another whistle. Jones and Theo on the draw. Theo wins it. DeCare with the shot. He's got a goal tonight. There's a shot easily, again, handled by Pavlis. Coyotes win the draw. Jones does. Chubbs has it. He's going to try and get it to Miller. Miller dumps it down deep. Chubbs pursues. There's a quick shot, and that's saved by Hrebeck and goes out in behind the net. Chubbs tries to jam it. Tried to catch Hrebeck napping on the short side, but Chris Hrebeck up to task on it and sealed the post with that pad and that skate lace on the toe tie. As again, Tyler Hill and Dante Jones jawing at each other before the whistle here. Draw again, won by the Ironmen and thrown all the way down for a face-off. The Ironmen have been very good on the face-off, especially in this game. And again, you win the face-off, you get possession of the puck. That's a big deal. That's extra possessions for you, and the Ironmen have done a great job at that. Jones and Sky in the face-off dot. Sky won again as the puck bounces for the blue line. Sky with Theo with them as Theo curls out, and Sky is going to lose the puck. Tyler Hill with a check on Jones, and Jones bounces off it and still has the puck as he crosses the blue line. Jones thought that Miller was offside, so he had to kind of ride the tightrope of the blue line, but didn't realize Miller was back in the zone, and he waited a little too long on that one. And the offside was forced, and we've got ourselves a whistle just outside the blue line here. Just under 7 to go here. There's another offside. Just under 7 to go here in the third period. Game number 4 of this NPHL Metropolitan Conference North Division Semifinal Series. Draw in favor of the Ironmen once again as Ratchford collects the puck in his own zone. He's going to go D to Antone. He's going to spin around and get it back to Ratchford. Ironman very happy to stretch the play out here and waste some precious seconds on the clock. Parsons with it. Shots, goal! Parsons with the shot and the goal. My, oh my. What a rip. And the Ironmen with a 6-1 lead. Let's look at the replay on that one. Kyle Parsons unloads here, hits the post and goes in. Pavlis couldn't do anything about that one. As Kyle Parsons gets on the board and increases this Ironman lead to 6-1 now. Campese, easy shot. Turned aside by Harebeck as he corrals it, and we're going to have ourselves another whistle down deep into the Ironman zone. Just over 6 minutes to go here, third period. Ironman 6, Coyotes 1. And of course, goals at a premium for the Coyotes as of after game number 2, where they scored in bundles, especially in that first period, but they've only got 2 goals so far in 2 games this weekend. Laforme skates around, tries to center, find Brown, but can't. As Ratchford's going to turn around on the blue line. Ratchford to Laforme, centering to Brown, who shoots, saved by Pavlis, but Brown recovers the rebound and has it in behind the net. Laforme in the corner, head up, tries to center it, but can't, still has possession. Campese tips it off of his stick. There's a stretch pass intended for Sandy Porter. Ratchford, stretch pass to Laforme. Laforme tries to go between Summersol's legs, but can't. As Porter bangs along the boards. Summersol ends up with it in the battle. Turns on his wheels down the left side, crosses the blue line. Summersol tries to split the D, but can't. As he's checked off the puck. And the puck comes loose and into the glove of Harebeck, and we've got ourselves a whistle deep into the Ironman zone once again. Brown and Nedjam on the draw here to the right of Harebeck. Another Ironman face-off victory as Hopkins tries to get it out to Fletcher. Fletcher to Brown. Brown to Fletcher. Oh, and Fletcher fans on the one time. A nice soft pass by Brown. But the puck couldn't control itself and bounced over the stick of Fletcher on that one. That one would have been pretty. Miller now with it. Miller, he's going to try and drop it back to Vandenheuvel, but can't. As Brown now picks it up. Brown, he's going to chip it in to the Coyotes zone. Pavlis sets it aside for his defense as they regroup and try and break out of the zone. Van den Heuvel crosses the blue line, tries to go between his legs, but can't. We've got ourselves I'm guessing a high stick penalty, and yes, it is. As Van den Heuvel tried to go between his legs, and I think it's Jake Brown that's going to go to the box. Jake Brown looking at the officials saying, I just finished my check, but he did get the stick up high and did get into the face of Van den Heuvel. So the Coyotes will get a man advantage here with 4:09 to go here in the third period. Good opportunity to grab some momentum, get back into this one. You know, it's a 5-goal swing with 4 to go, but if you're a Coyotes fan or the coaching staff, you want to get some momentum heading into Game 5 back at home. Jones, Hyde, he's going to pump and fake out to Savlov. Salov's shots blocked by Green, who battles along the boards with Maeda and Salov. Puck comes loose. Back to Hyde up top on the point. Hyde to Summersall. Summersall up back to Hyde. Hyde's going to try and go right through the wickets. But the whistle blows. So again, Game 5 of the series, Saturday at 5:30 in Acton. If necessary, there's going to be a Game 6, if necessary, of course, back here at Six Nations. 3:30 start. Make sure you come to the arena to watch. Live action. It's great to watch on YouTube, but oh, there's a save by Hrebeck. Clip that one, folks, as Hrebeck again up to task. Boy, oh boy. Chris Hrebeck is putting on a show, folks. We'll show the first save, not the second save. Man, oh man, he's having himself a game today. Face-off won by the Coyotes. Hyde with the shot off the toe pad of Hrebeck. You saw that one all the way through. He's really seeing the puck. You could tell Hrebeck's really dialed in right now. Look at those eyes. Dialed into the puck. Miller centers the Van den Heuvel. Another save by Hrebeck. You could clip that one too, folks. And it looks like there's going to be another Six Nations penalty, this time a cross-check. This one's going to Damon DeCare. He's going to go into the box for cross-checking, 2 minutes left, and that's going to be a 2-man advantage. Let's look at the replay on that. Maybe we'll see the penalty on it. We saw a nice save by Hrebeck. Oh, there it is right there. Right along the back. Nonetheless, there's a face-off again. As Brandon Jung couldn't get a handle on the puck on the blue line. So for 32 seconds, the Coyotes will have a 2-man advantage here, led by Miller. Miller, Jang, Van den Heuvel. That's Kaplan on the right side. Oh, there's a pass to Jang, who couldn't find it. And you could see Miller's reaction looking up to the ceiling on this one as Theo on the forecheck. Kaplan rushes along the blue line as the first penalty expires, and now a 1-man advantage for the Coyotes. Van den Heuvel with it, shot, that one just goes wide. as the Coyotes are forced to regroup again and break out in their own zone. Dangerous pass out front by Jang, almost intercepted by Mitch Brown, but Van den Heuvel with it as he breaks out of his own zone. Hyde's going to cross the blue line, break into the Ironman zone, dump it around the boards. Puck picked up by Najim. Najim along the boards. Hyde shot into the breadbasket of Hrebeck, who handles that one easily. Like I said before, Chris Hrebeck's really dialed in here. He's got his eyes really dialed in on that puck. You can see him fighting through the traffic. And even on the corral, when he got puck inside the chest, his eyes were glued right to that puck, even in his chest area. Dante Jones, he's going to try and wrap it around, but can't. Puck goes squirting out and back in behind the Ironman zone. Chubb's out to Summersall. Summersall's going to quarterback things out here on the power play. Tries to dump pass in. Jones tries to skate through Brown. 2 seconds remain on the power play, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Ironmen have killed off 2 straight penalties and a 2-man advantage here. That's a big kill for the Ironmen with 39 seconds to go here in the third period. The Ironmen showing a little bit of everything in this one. Depth in scoring is a big one. Heading into this one with the suspension to Brendan Anderson. Goal scoring and the depth of goal scoring was the big question, and Theo Hill answered the call on that one, scoring a pair of goals. And again, you're getting goal scoring from a little bit of everybody here as the clock winds down. And it looks to be that the Six Nations Ironmen are going to take a 3-1 stranglehold on this Northern Premier Hockey League Metropolitan Conference North Division semifinal series with a big 6-1 victory over the Halton Hills Coyotes. The Six Nations Ironmen with a huge weekend. Defensively, only allowing 2 goals in 2 games. Winning 4-1 on the road Saturday, and again 6-1 here at home on a Sunday afternoon as the Ironmen salute the crowd. But just to recap this one, the Six Nations Ironmen winning the shots on goal battle by a score of 48-33. Halton Hills with 12 shots on net to the Ironmen 9. That's the only period that the Coyotes were at that advantage. So 48-33 shots on net in this one. Third period scoring, Kyle Parsons, the only goal scorer to make it 6-1 with that beautiful shot just past the blue line. And it looks like the Six Nations Ironmen have taken a commanding 3-1 lead in this best-of-7 series and will attempt to wrap it up on Saturday afternoon in Acton. 5:30 start time in Acton. And if necessary, we're back here at the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center for game number 6 of the series. A Sunday afternoon game at 3:30. But that's if necessary. That's if the Six Nations Ironmen can't wrap things up on Saturday. For my buddy Ben Hill, I'm Daryl Smart. Thank you very much for joining us for this one, and thank you very much for watching.